I'm Laurel House with Inside Out TV, inside the business minds of people who think outside the box. Today I'm with Marty Constant, and we're talking about how to leverage contacts. But before you leverage your contacts, you go to a social event and you know nobody. How do you start a conversation without being a wallflower?
Okay, the main idea to be comfortable with people is to be not just interesting, but interested. And so what I often do, Laurel, is find out something about that person, whether I'm walking in to hearing something and I reflect back to them. So I noticed that you were talking about that particular part of the conference. What did you think about that?
Great. So are you going to do your research before you go, or you're just going to be very aware of everything once you arrive?
I tend to be very aware, do a little bit of research ahead of time, but tend to be very aware and enjoy the moment in these opportunities, because being overly strategic can backfire. A little bit not very fun.
So how can a small business do big business?
Okay, I have very strong feelings about this, Laurel, and that is that no one can do it alone. So in order to grow big and to become big, it's a matter of leveraging the important relationships. So they might not always be the largest relationships, but they're the important relationships that are germane to what it is that you do.
Okay.
So in leveraging those relationships, you can become bigger or larger than life, or extend your message broadly.
So you can be big and still remain small.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you leverage your relationships without seeming like you're a user?
It's about intentional generosity.
Okay.
So if you can be genuine in your relationships, that's going to come out for the best. People can see through it when you're just trying to talk with them for a big opportunity. And it's also about building relationships over time. If you become fast friends a little bit too quickly, it's not going to come across as genuine.
Okay.
You have to take time to get to know people a little bit, and that's very important in the social media realm.
So with these people who you are going to leverage, how do you start that conversation? How do you say, you know, we have a great friendship, I'd like to move that into the business realm?
Talk about the opportunities for the collaboration. I think Liz Strauss said something at one of the conversations this morning. It's what can we do together that would be beneficial? So it's always talking about what the opportunities can be for that individual or for that company.
Okay.
It's never about me. It's about, you know, I've been thinking about this, and I think if we worked on this together, that could really mean a big percentage increase for your business, or I could introduce you to another aspect of your audience that you're not already reaching.
So you're seemingly being very selfless then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's absolutely correct. You're what it is that you can do to help them.
Okay. How do you determine what types of strategic relationships you're in need of, where your weaknesses are?
Well, I believe in the big audit, and so you need to look at what it is that you're trying to accomplish and figure out your marketplace. So it's actually looking at your potential partners, potential customers, identifying those that would be of the most value and have the most synergy with your company, and then actually putting the list together and saying what makes the most sense. It's business development at its best. Business development in corporations today means that the business developer says, what are the partnerships that, when added together, are going to make that company more beneficial or more noticed in the market?
So in order to be strong, you don't have to have a lot of employees with you. You can actually reach out and have those partnerships add to your strength.
Mm-hmm. As I said, you know, I really believe that no one can do it alone, and it's only through partnerships and customers and relationships that we're going to get bigger and become known.
When you are establishing a partnership with someone, do you then have to pay them? Do you have to give them a percentage of your company? Or is it more that you're giving them other types of benefits?
It can be all of the above, but one of the best beneficial relationships is strategic relationships. It could be a technology relationship that you have where
Right.
you demo something together and you both become better because of it. It doesn't really involve money except that the investment on both of your time. The other thing is you can enter into a co-marketing relationship, and you can say, well, if we're going to be at this particular trade show and introduce this concept, if we do it together, it's going to be more cost effective. We'll
Right.
share the PR contacts and the
Mutually
message will go out.
beneficial. Perfect. Thank you so much,
All
Marty.
right. Thanks, Laurel.
That's all we have time for today. I'm Laurel House with Inside Out TV.